Okay, so now we have the 2T directional trading. This is exciting, and this is it came about, the title 2T. It represents two trades, twice a week, doubling your return. How genius was that? Yeah, thank you, Jackie. And so basically, the concept of this style of trading is very simple. It is nothing more than the ability for me to simply give you a trade. And it's a style of trading that I've been doing for so many years, even before we had weekly options. I always make sure I put that plug in there because it was challenging. Yeah, taking some of these trades, buying an option that went out 3 and 4 and 5 weeks when I was just looking to be in the trade for, a few days. And I still was able to make it work. So when, weekly options came on the scene, I mean, how cool was that? Yeah. And so what's exciting about it is that this style of trading is something that I kind of reserve. The technique is something that I reserve for myself, kind of as a gift to you guys, right? So that you have nothing to really analyze or figure out or mental with, grapple with mentally or anything like that. The only thing that you do need to do is, of course, choose the option, strike price, and then make a calculation and set a target. Let us go into those details. What do I mean? On Monday, and guess what? Today is Monday, and on Wednesday at around 9:20, and I've also posted like at 9:25. So yeah, you're not generally gonna see anything too much earlier than that. I think last week I did because I was at the airport, but for the most part, around 9:20 Eastern time, a.m. Eastern time, I'm simply going to say the trend of the market is up or the trend of the market is down, and you're going to purchase an at the money or in the money option on the spiders. And there's also the IWM, which is the Russell 2000, that I've started to virtually trade. That is a little bit less expensive, but still, I mean, these are now, what, $1? Yeah, with the IV as low as it is. Yeah, we were at one time paying $2.20. And the key here is that you want to be either at the money or in the money on the option that expires that Friday. If you want, and people say, well, why not go out to the following week? You're going to pay more for time, and I don't find that to be necessary. I just assume be more in the money, right? And so you're going to place your target, and the target is going to be a 10% of the VXO initially from your entry price. And that can change. I did a webinar last month precisely on that I think you guys would, if you haven't already seen it, you need to see it because it was really exciting and very well done, I might add. The key here is no stop loss. And you're thinking, oh, how? No stop loss, not used to that. Well, it's something we need to get used to because I will show you why we don't want to do that in just a minute. So now you know this is risk capital. Yeah, this is capital that, you can afford to lose, a portion of. We don't have a total. I mean, I've never had a trade where from Monday to Tuesday or Wednesday, I've lost, the whole thing because there's time still on the option. But this is why when I say this is risk capital, this is not, children's college fund stuff, right? So now I give you a direction. You now know what to do. So you'll wait until, 10:30 in order to place the trade. So you wait until 10:30, and at around 10:30, between 10:30 and 11 o'clock, that's when I find it to be the best time to place a trade. That's when you buy the option. Then after you have the option, you can set your target and then go to sleep, and either your target should be reached. I have seen it be reached that same day, or it can be reached on Tuesday, or maximum on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, I want to give you maybe details on how to trade from Wednesday to Thursday. So 2 trades, of course, if you double your money from Monday to Tuesday or into Wednesday, probably I won't be doing anything between Wednesday and Thursday because our goal has been met. Our goal is to get you to double your invested capital trading once or twice a week. Like I said, if we can double it on the Monday trade, then we don't really have to do another trade. Now, there are times when there is risk being in the trade, and I will tell you that we do not have a trade. So, for example, any of those environments can be economic, like an FOMC event, which we have next week. Very stinky pooey that we already next week have an FOMC event. And because Monday and Tuesday, I have traded it in the past where between Monday and Tuesday I have made money, but I have also traded it in the past where it hasn't really moved, and that's why we enter our weekly hedge trade on Wednesday. We don't enter our weekly hedge trade on Monday because we don't want to be in a call and a put together, losing time premium on Monday and Tuesday into Wednesday, you see, and then when it finally moves, we break even, or we don't make money at all. So for the weekly hedge trade, best to simply enter on Wednesday. But this one, I haven't decided yet, so I will let you know on next Monday on this one. Another reason why we may stay out of the trade is because the move has been made. What do I even mean by that? What I mean is that, let us say, for example, that the trend is up. And I say, for example, okay, the trend is up, and now you wait until 10:30, and now it already is, up $2. And, we were expecting it to move $2.20. Yeah, not much left. And so unless the spiders can pull back, and I have a chart I'm going to show you in a minute, and give us a better entry, I would just assume pass on the trade. Because then it really does not have much to move. And then I will most likely, if I can have a Wednesday trade, then I would have a Wednesday trade, yeah. Or how about this one? Here's a third reason why we may not have a trade, and it could be what I call inconclusive. What does inconclusive mean? It means that the Dow wants to go up, the NASDAQ wants to go down, and the S&P 500, I guess they don't know where they want to go. And I look at all three to make a decision, and they all three have to have the same desire of direction, because if they don't, one is going to pull the other one in its direction. And if it's, the Dow can pull the NASDAQ pulls the S&P pulls the Dow, it's a big mess. You see, I don't want to just place a trade for the sake of placing a trade. I want to be able to place a trade because I have the highest probability direction. And if there's ever a reason why I think there is risk, I will tell you. I will say, this is a trade, the direction is up, but it is a high-risk trade. And I did that on one of the weeks where it was a shortened trading week. I indicated this week carries a bit of risk because it was also a trade to the downside. And we know that it was not only a shortened week, but I think it was ahead of a holiday. It was something in there where I indicated that it would be a little bit risky. So I think we ended up on one of my trades, I broke even. On the other one, I had a minor loss. So again, I will let you know that well in advance. So here, how cool this is. This is how I send the message, and you can get these notifications on your phone, on your smart device. And for example, like last week, this is the one where I was at the airport getting ready to get on a plane. Here I'm sending you a message. It says that even though the trend is up, I will not be participating as I'm traveling to Asia. Look at this comment. See y'all soon. That was real southern of me there. Yeah, I don't speak like that. Who was that person? In any event, yeah, you can see that you now know what to do. I indicated the trend is up, so you knew now, what to do, and I have a graph showing you a little bit of the specifics of what was to be done. And here are all my previous posts. I even threw in an IAE one in there. Look how cool that is. And so here is the graph of last week. And again, I have to say I did not participate because I was traveling. That's what happens. But this is what happens. And this is what can happen. Let us say, for example, that this is where it closed on Friday of the previous week. And then by, 10:30, it's already at $206. So it's already up about $1.50, and we're getting ready to enter. I would prefer for this to, first of all, I want to wait until 10:30. And again, this was 10:30, and this was our entry. It's a little too separated. So what I like to see is, can it pull back just 50%, right? So if it's $1.50 difference, right, from where it closed to the highest price, can it pull back to 75 cents? And it has to be able to do that between 10:30 and 11. And sure enough, at 11 o'clock, this was 200 and, $5. Exactly. So that we had an opportunity to enter, had I been around to enter, at $205. And then you buy the $205 call. That's simple. Now, during the course, initially, I set a target of 10% of the VXO, which I think was about 15%, right? So the target was about, $206 and change? Now, or 207. But what happens is when we wake up the next day, we see that it went a little lower. That's going to happen. And that is okay. If we're in a trade and you wake up and it's against us, not the end of the world. All that it means is that our target, our initial target that we had set, we have to bring it down a little bit because it actually went lower. Can you see how this works? It's really exciting, to be able to see how once you make that adjustment and you can, the next day, I know that I think Jackie and Peng Kwan, I know you guys got out at a 26% profit, 27% profit. I know Aaron held it until Wednesday, captured 100%. Can you see how if you see it go down and you're a basket case and a bag of nerves, and see, that's not what this is intended to be. This is, let me be the basket of nerves. Yeah, just buy the call option, and the next day, if you see that you're profitable, you can exit or hold it, or if I send an email to the contrary, then just know to be out. Again, let me take care of those details for you. It's exciting. Again, it's just the means and a way of making sure that you have a way of simply getting the information, taking action, knowing where to set your targets, and seeing your returns. If you can get yourself to make $200 a week, and then the next week, take $500 and make $500. When you can then take 1,000, you can make 1,000. I remember when I was in Miami, I visited a friend of mine when I started doing this style of trading, and I said to her, because at the time I was trading over 3 weeks of time directionally, and that's how I subsequently retired. But I then started trading, from one day to the next, or holding a trade for, 2 or 3 days and doubling my money. And I was at her house, and I said to her, I'm going to make $1,000 a week, trading live. And when I saw her again, we met for breakfast or something, she says, my husband heard you, because her husband is a landscaper, and he was home, grooming, getting the equipment together, and he had overheard me. He thinks you're nuts. And I thought that was a comical statement, because afterwards, when she saw that I was doing it, because I said to her, because I know when I can make 1,000, I know I can make 2,000. It was interesting how prophetic it was. And she says to me, my husband heard you, and he thinks you're crazy, because here he's out having to gather his equipment, fuel the trucks, get the workers, get the plants, go out, visit all his customers, and it's heavy work. And here, and so I said, you can just watch me do this, and I do, and you will too. It's that exciting. Okay, let's talk about some membership, some Smart Trader membership benefits. The reason why I keep saying that